A really fun song to play is Dead Leaves in the Dirty Ground by the White Stripes. To play it like Jack White does is definitely hard, and you'd have to listen to it a lot. So the goal here for this lesson is to make it easier for beginners while still keeping some of the same style. So the very first thing that you can do, he has like this shrieking sound in the beginning. It sounds more like feedback, but the way I used to do it, it's kind of cool. You just put your first finger on 12, your ring finger or pinky on 14. This is an octave. And then with distortion on, I'm going to play a clean tone so you can really hear what I'm doing, but you play both notes like an octave. And then I would like snap it off and go down to this. So you didn't have to do that. It's just kind of a cool trick to get this sort of feedback sound. You have to have distortion to really get it, but octave, and then you can even like snap it off to get more noise. Let me go down to here. So that's the very first thing you hear. It's not that important though. Important first part is you're going to go 5. It's going to go like this: 5, 5, 5, 0, 3, 3, 3, 0, 2, 2, 0, 1, 1, 0, 5. We'll do that twice. So get that first. That's the first riff. Then you do the same thing with power chords. So you're going to do A5. The same thing you release in between, and you do like that. Kind of sometimes it sounds better with mutes. And I like to make some noise in between when I'm playing the song by myself. So like you do A5, G5, F5, F5, then I like to make some noise like that. The next thing you gotta do, this is where it starts to get harder, is this intro solo. So make sure you check out this tab. I like this tab because it's not hyper detailed, but it's definitely detailed where you can tell what's happening and it's accurate. So first thing you need to learn how to do is an A major chord like this. So before you move on, because we're going to use this a lot, make sure that you know this trick. You do 2, 2, 2, and you strum from the A string. Now what you want to do is start to be kind of like, just kind of learn how to do this, where you release the pressure. So you got to mess around, just. Now try adding your middle finger right here. This is just going to help for later in the song. Go like this. Try this. Add your third finger right there. So just play around with this for a minute. You can even pause the video just while you're on this chord. This is sort of where a lot of the techniques in the song are coming from. So once you can do that, then you're ready to try the solo. So make sure you scroll down in the tab and you can see it. You're going to go. So like I said, you got to kind of hit this A chord. Strum it, and then you're going to hit the second fret right there on the D string. Then your ring finger needs to go here, and you got to do a pull off. But it's kind of sloppy the way he does it, this solo, so you don't need to be like. It's more like you just go. So. So I'm not being super precise. Jack White, he has like a sort of detailed soloing style and playing style, but it's also like a little bit messy. So then after you do that, this is the very beginning of the solo. You're gonna use your middle finger and go like a 0, 3 hammer on. Then you're gonna do 0, 2 right here. Then 0, 0. So. So far we have. Then you go up to this little C chord, 3, 2, 0. Then you slide it over. And then. Now this part, the last part, where you go back to this chord, I think it just sounds better just to kind of be like. you kind of are a little sloppy, like, instead of going, it sounds better just to be like, and then you go, pretty much the next part of the solo is the same, except for one note really stands out. You go, right here, it's going to be that high B really stands out in the second half of the solo, so. So that's the solo. If you have any questions about it, it's a little tricky. If you couldn't get it perfect, don't worry. Just keep going right now, and then you'll need to listen to it a few times and come back to it. So then the next part, the way I do it, I've seen people do it with power chords and like open chords. I kind of do a mix. I go A like this, so for the verse. I go to G. Some people I've seen hold it down like this. I think that sounds a little weird. So I go A, G, just the bottom of it, and I'm actually muting this string. And so you basically end up hitting only these two strings. So. And then I go to C. I just go to a regular C. I think it sounds good. And then at the end, the guy doesn't have it written here, but this sounds good. You go. So the whole thing should be A, G, just the bottom of it, regular C, D5, which is just like you're going to do a D major, but without the top note. And at the end, you do it A chord with G in the bass. So you can either. What I'm doing is like, and then you do it again, same thing. C, D, A, then you go to F power chord. G, this G like this. And that's really it. Then you just keep doing it. Keep going. The next part that stands out, if you open up the tab, it says next part has heavy distortion. You go the same chord, this A major with the bar. And then you're going to do G bar chord right here. So this is 3, 5, 5, 4. You're going to go strum, mute strum. Then you're going to go to C5. Slide up to the 5th fret. So 3rd fret right here, C5, over to 5th fret, and then so. So it's kind of like the other parts, but a little different. The main thing is the C5 to D5 is fast. So one more time this part. Next part, second verse, what I do is just play. I think I just do this twice, and then you go back like the first verse. So you'll see second verse has bass notes. You can either play like the intro kind of, like 5, and then you see the 3, 2, 1, 0. And then you end up going back to the chords. Then the next part, then we get this again. We get the. Then after that, something new happens, which is you need to go to a D chord. They're saying D octaves here. I would just hold this whole D major chord down. So this is a bar chord, 5, 7, 7, 7. So you want to be like this. Oops. And then you go to A5. And you slide down real quick to G5. And you go back up to here, this is D major. Then you go to F5. And then slide up to G5. Then the next part, you want to strum here. So that part's written out clearly. Then the last part, the outro, you have two options. You can either do what the person does here, which is kind of like... Or what you can do is just replay the solo in the beginning, because this is like almost exactly the same. So I actually like to just replay the solo, so... Make sure you end on this chord. So that's it. It's an old song, but I just want to throw out the way that I like to play it, and hopefully it'll help somebody. If anyone has any requests, let me know, and I can do some more lessons. Thanks, bye.